Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
All right, and we're back. My name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
My name's Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
All right, welcome to And in This Corner, where we settle the score for once and for all on who's the best. That includes best music, best TV shows, best movies, best anything, basically. So this week, what are we talking about, Bill?
We are talking about the verses that happened last night. The Lox versus Dipset.
Yeah, it was a lot of trash talking on stage. So hopefully we can keep it clean between you and I, Bill. But what happens if we don't agree? It's easy. The audience, you guys, you split the difference. So a lot of this is based off of opinion. We're riding high off of emotions because we just watched this last night. So my mom always said, if 5 or more people agree, that means it's a fact. So we're interested to hear your thoughts. Just go ahead and put your comments down below. Add your 2 cents on what you think happened last night, if it differs from what Bill and I have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so we are talking about the verses that happened last night between Yonkers' finest, the Lox, Styles P, Jadakiss, Sheik Luch versus Harlem's #1. Dipset, we got Jim Jones, we got Cam, we got Jewels, Freaky Zeke, and everybody else. So we had a very interesting time last night. First off, they started an hour late, over an hour late. And man, it was already...
I wanted to give them an excuse saying that, you know what, they may be on a different time zone, but they're the earliest on the time zone. So some of that was just...
Yeah, I think they were drinking, smoking. Jim Jones was clearly high.
Yeah.
So
it made for good TV. It was
very good TV. Yeah. A couple of cringing. I cringed a few times. I thought they were getting ready to take it there, but
you know what? I knew they were fine. Like if you kept up with them on social media, it's all love. It's kind of the same way our frat brothers talk when we get in the same room. To the outsiders, it looked like we're ready to swing, but that's all love. So,
but remember, it's never the people inside, it's the camps that starts trouble.
That's always the scary part. But it seemed like they were pretty respectful last night. But all right, so this is what we're gonna do. They had 19 rounds. We're gonna explain that. You know, they took some creative liberties with the way that they actually released their music within the battles within the rounds. So what Bill and I are gonna do, so for the rounds we agree on, we're just gonna go through round 1, round 2, round 3, recap everything they talked about. And the rounds that we agree on, the winner, we're not gonna spend too much time on. We're just gonna really focus on the rounds that we disagree. Like if you say Lox win and I say, hey, Dipset, we're gonna fight. So let's get into it to decide who goes first. We're gonna toss this little coin. Bill, call it in the air.
Tails.
And you got it. You just take my word for it. You wanna go first or second?
I'll go first.
That's what's up.
It's cool.
All right, so
I'll go first. Take the liberty.
Get into it. All right, so here, round 1, they had F You by the Lox versus F You by the Lox versus I'm Ready by Dipset.
We both had.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're not fighting on this round. We both had the Lox. Yeah, and the crowd was feeling it. They came out hard, and it was like they were sending a personal message. So we both had the Lox on that one. Round 2, Banned for TV, the Lox versus Crunk Music by Dipset, and we both had
the Lox again. That banned for TV, man. It's a quality song.
Yes,
Crunk Music is good too, but
it's Banned for TV. That's one of Nori's biggest hits. So number 3, Niggas Done Started Something versus Touch It or Not.
Touch it or not. As long as you gonna touch it or not. And
the DJ cut him short at first. I thought it was trying to be too clean for TV. I'm like, hey, bro, play the record, and then they came back and ran it back.
They played it, but you know, it's funny because man, the best verse on there actually is Lil Wayne. But you know,
but
that's when Wayne's really messing around with the East Coast. A lot of East Coast rappers. So he was, especially with him and Jewels.
He had something to prove to backpack rappers because I think people in the South knew Wayne had bars, but then he really started messing with the East Coast. I agree. Yeah. Mighty D Block versus Santana's Town.
Man, that was a tough one. Because that Mighty D Block, man,
it's just bad placement. But who do we have?
Well, we have Dipset Santana's Town.
I agree. It's bad placement. Mighty D Block, it goes hard.
If somebody has Mighty D Block, I'm not mad at it. I can't, I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I can see some people having this as a tie, or some people may go.
Some people may go. Yeah.
All right. Number 5. This is where it starts getting tricky. They out here playing freestyles now. So, number 5, Who Shot You versus Get 'Em Girl. What's the
well, here I got to push. Who Shot You? I mean, this is my issue. Who Shot You is a freestyle, and it's maybe a 2-minute freestyle, but you got that going up against Get 'Em Girls, one of Cam's biggest songs, an actual full-fledged song. So
it's just Colt versus Pop at this point, and then once again, like I know you went back and forth on this one, and I'm not surprised if other people had the same issue. But I have a push. We have a push, and that's just to play it safe. All right, now number 6 is where it starts getting tricky. Now, Bill, you watched this live.
I watched it live.
I watched it this morning, and I text you like, "Hey, bro, I'm confused. What's going on?" So round 6, can you I'll say the match. I'll say the matchup. So round 6, the Lox plays Reservoir Dogs, Blood Pressure. And then Dipset plays 357 and then The Rock. Now that seems like more than one song. That's 4 songs if I'm counting correct, right?
Hold on 1 second. keep this in though. Keep this in. All right. So did I leave it out? Oh man, I left my notes at work. So every
go ahead.
Every verses I write down, who plays what. So as I'm writing down Reservoir Dogs, so I wrote it down. Okay, I'm ready to go to Dipset. They came right back and played Blood Pressure. I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I got kind of confused because I had already wrote it down and I was ready to go to my next one on the other side, but I had to make a note down at the bottom of my page and put Blood Pressure. And I'm like, what's going on? So then Dipset came back and played 357. Yeah. And then they played another extra song, The Rock. I don't know if they already talked. They probably did because they did talk, and I'm sure they did because how would they have known to play multiple songs going around? So they probably talked about it.
I feel like the DJ was course correcting at that point. I do not know if they talked about that.
I think they talked about it. Because how do you know? Think about it. How do you know to play those songs? How do you have them already queued up? Because they had a playlist. You got the songs.
I feel
but they have to.
Some of the rounds, it starts getting flagrant to where it's like there's no way they would have agreed ahead of time. We'll get into it, but for this to answer the question for number 6, we had a tie. Correct?
We had a tie. Yeah.
And then number 7, this is when I think it could not have been planned because the Lox started being flagrant with it. They started playing 5 songs in one round, and to me that's not fair. But
you mean Dipset?
Yeah, Dipset did it, excuse me. Because in this round 7, the Lox played 24 Hours to Live. Mm-hmm. And then Dipset played G's Up, Harlem, Bird Gang Money, Purple City Bird Gang. Mm-hmm. And even with all that ammo, who do we have with it?
24 Hours to Live.
Yeah, it's just a big track, and it's like, come on, man.
I like Purple City Bird Gang was one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, it's like Uzi versus Shotgun at that point. The one shot does the job.
Yeah. And that's not even their song. So that's their song. So you have a verse on a song.
Yeah. So I feel like they was like, they knew they were probably going to lose that round and they just started throwing things at the wall to see what would stick.
I don't think so.
So
I think they had it, bro. You got to think like you can't cut into a song and they know who. Like you have to practice because how do you know if the DJ just plays a song? How do they know when to cut it and when to come on to rap at their part? And think about it, they were already drunk and high. So even if they would, if that was random,
the point I'm trying to make is that even if that was planned behind the scenes, I don't think the other camp knew what time it was. I think they were just planning on being a-holes. Like, oh, I'm playing 3 tracks. Nobody gonna tell me not.
I think, but remember they already talked. They did talk. Because remember, you got to think I watched it from the beginning. And they kept saying, we already talked about what we were going to do in the back during the verses.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's just, all right. So I guess they just out here using different rules. But
pretty
much.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Hey, man, they was fighting dirty last night. So let's get back into it.
They were going at it.
So, chest to chest versus body body. Chest to chest, Lox, body Dipset. Who you got? Who we got?
Chest to chest freestyle.
Yeah.
Although I do like the about it. But when I hear about it, I automatically go to Master P.
Yep. Same here. And that's the same edge I gave it. It's just chest to chest is a little bit more of it has a little bit more weight for me. Number 9, when we get to number 10, we'll do a recap to see where the score's at if you have it handy with you. But number 9, round 9, Dope Money versus Welcome to New York.
Welcome to New York City.
Yeah, welcome to New York City.
Home again. Woo.
Yep. It's Dipset. Crowd went crazy. 10, I'm from New York, Locked Up versus Certified Gangsters. Just based off of I'm from New York alone. We both got Lox.
Man, look,
pretty much anything with
energy. The boys had energy.
Anything with New York in the title is going to give you home court advantage.
They were talking. Now, I did like how Jim Jones presented Certified Gangsters.
Yeah.
Because prior, Styles P, Lox, Styles P, and Jada, they were saying something about, they said something about Backspeed. They said something about Treyway, non-Trey Bloods, whatever. And then Jim Jones, because, they kept talking. So when it's the Dipset time, Jim Jones said, hey, I want y'all, since you mentioned it, let me tell you exactly how it's supposed to go. And he said what he said, and he said, blah, 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 because we certified gangsters,
yep.
And they dropped a track. So I was like, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was rehearsed, but it definitely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Definitely rehearsed.
Yeah, all right, so that was round 10. So what's the score right now?
All right, so we got 5. We got 5 for the Lox. We got 1, 2, 3 for the Dipset, and we got 2 ties. So
all right, it's pretty on, pretty even playing field right now.
Scorecard. It was looking bad. Watching it was looking bad, but
yeah, but it's not that bad when you actually, sum it all up. That's the same way I felt. I felt like one side definitely had an advantage, but it's not looking too bad on the at the scorers table right now. So
not yet.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit of foreshadowing.
Not yet.
All right, so 11 is No Ideas versus We Fly High.
Can't beat We Fly High.
Yeah, we can't, man. Like I said,
you can't beat that.
Yeah, this was the biggest song that came out that year. And it's, for me, I always have a memory of it because this was the song that I chose at my probate show. Yep. And it was like, it's a big record. Yep. So
Jim Jones' biggest record.
Yeah, man. So, he used to get the least amount of respect from me in the group. And then when he came out with that, I was like, all right, I respect it.
Because he wasn't the rapper. He was more the muscle.
He made a hit on this one.
Oh, yeah.
So that was 11. All right, so this is where me and you may disagree. Let's see what happens. So round 12, It's All About the Benjamins versus Dipset Anthem. So, Bill, I have the Lox and you have a tie.
I have a tie.
All right, and you said you want to go first.
First.
Hey, man, I'm going to ring this bell. It's on you.
All right. All About the Benjamins, good song. It was off of the No Way Out album. Jada wrote Puff's verse. So I give him that. Big song. Huge song. But a verse versus a monster mass smash hit by Dipset Anthem, I can't say that was bigger than this because everybody knows Dipset, Santana. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I gave it a push. I can't choose that one over that. That's the most I can give you. I'll give you a push.
And you actually finished right on time. You're on the money. So ring my bell when you're ready.
Fight.
All right, cool. So big verse, but it's a big song. They get credit for playing the song. That's the thing. So this is one of Bad Boy's biggest records during that era. And it's not, like I said, I'm not only giving them credit for their verses, they get credit for the whole song. So you mentioned everybody knows Dipset. A lot of people know who's on the $100 bill specifically because of this song, Bill. And if you say All About the Benjamins, if you say anything related to anytime there's a movie or a show with a montage of somebody earning money,
bang,
all right, go ahead. Let's argue. I saw you rolling your eyes for a little bit. What part were you rolling your eyes at? Like everybody knows who's on the $100 bill specifically because
everybody knows that anyway though. It's a Benji.
I don't. This song came out when I was like a 4th or 5th grader. I'm not sure I knew that.
Oh, see that?
I'm not sure.
And I understand because I was already
exactly. Yeah. So
me listening to that song when it came out and me listening to that Dipset, it means it's gonna. I'm listening at it from a ears of a 20-year-old.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just hard for me to put that. Again, it is a monster smash, one of the biggest songs. Mm-hmm. But then Dipset Anthem, like everybody, just like you said, everybody knows about that. If I say Dipset, everybody's gonna say Dipset. Everybody knows.
That's mainly because of just the repetitiveness. It
don't matter.
I feel you. I love both songs, but when we talk about both Pounds on the Floor, you listening? Like All About the Benjamins is everywhere. That's like, it's quotable. It's on every movie, every show. Every time there's a montage of somebody making money, it's about to play All About the Benjamins. It's either that or the OJ's Money. Like that's the only song that's related to money that's probably bigger than that record. And I'm not even sure it's bigger than that record. But you're talking about an iconic song because that's like one of Biggie's last verses, right? They put him even in the video, they got the interview and everything like that. It's just so memorable. And I feel you, like I love the Dipset joint, but it's like not even in comparison. You're talking about Dipset's biggest song versus one of the biggest songs in hip hop history. So for you to say it's a tie, I think it's a bigger discrepancy. Like you feel like them songs is on the same level. All right, so what we gonna do now? Like you went first, so I'll let you. I feel like I know where I'm going. So what we gonna do? We gonna rock, paper, scissors, baby. We gotta rock, paper, scissors, shoot it because we're not gonna agree on this. Like, you ready?
Well, just give it to the people.
All right, yeah, but for you have it as a tie. I definitely disagree.
Yeah.
I'll leave it as a tie, but then you're probably gonna get cursed out in the comment section because
that's cool.
You tripping on that? But
not for people from Harlem.
For sure. It's a couple people in Harlem that's still gonna be like, "Hey,
them boys. That's the whole Pete. Man, them boys was killing it back then. Oh my god." But we good, man. We good. It's a good banter, man. Good banter.
Count it as a tie, though. Count it as a tie.
All right.
So rest of everything else we agree on. 13. It's Wild Out versus Killer Cam.
Killer Cam.
And who we got for 13?
Wild Out.
Making sure. I thought you changed your pick last minute. I heard you say Killer Cam.
I mean, that Killer Cam go hard. Like
it does. It's one of his bigger tracks as well.
Yeah.
So 14, Kiss Your Goodbye versus Salute and 848. Who we got?
I got Kiss Your Goodbye.
Yep, and we agree on that.
Jada.
Yep.
Man, yeah.
They say he was the MVP last night.
Man. Jordan
15.
game 6.
Right? So 15. So round 15, Felony Niggas versus Oh Boy, Hey Ma.
Can't beat Oh Boy.
Yeah, they should have split those records up too, because Oh Boy and Hey Ma would have been able to compete in different rounds. Oh, so I see.
We'll talk about.
You agree with me?
Yeah. And we go hit on that once we finish.
Yeah, and in 16, we both had Dipset on that, by the way. In 16,
Oh yeah, Oh Boy, you can't beat Oh Boy.
Yeah, Ride or Die Chick versus Honey
Keep going.
Remix.
There you go.
Jenny from the Block, keep going. Knock Yourself Out versus Summer in Miami. It's not even fair at that point because
Listen. So this is what happened. So after Hey Mom, I believe it was Jewel started getting hyped. He said, "You got y'all." That's how I know y'all don't have any girls. Y'all don't have any girls because y'all don't have any those songs for girls.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that video? It came on maybe last week or the week before. It was a kid following a guy in the mall, older guy in the mall.
Oh, and he got whooped?
He got whooped.
Yeah, so the analogy is don't poke the bear.
Once he did the Honey remix, Jenny from the Block, and he didn't knock himself out, I just saw that old man beating him. I'm like, God.
Now, obviously, you said they were privy to the playlist ahead of time. To me, that looked like it was impromptu.
No, not playlists. They probably came up with certain rules that they were going to do. That's what I'm saying. They didn't share playlists. They just knew.
Yeah.
We're going to play multiple songs. We're going to get 2 minutes here.
That to me, I don't even know if I feel like if Jules wouldn't have opened his mouth, they would have probably played one song. They would have probably played what round is that?
16.
They would have probably played Ride or Die Chick, and that was it. And then they would have ended up going Honey Remix, and they would have did the remixes after. So Honey Remix and Jenny from the Block was probably supposed to be your 17. But for this one, we had Lox. It was just too much firepower. And then 17, Good Times, 420 Anthem versus Santana and Murder. And then who we got?
Murder. And Santana.
Yeah.
Big song. Good Times.
Okay, making sure. No, making sure. All right.
You can't beat Good Times.
Yeah. 420 Anthem, man.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
So 18, All for Love, Rough Rider, Anthem remix. Oh, excuse me. Rough Rider Anthem remix. Last Day versus Down and Out.
Yes, Lox.
Yeah, Lox. And I haven't heard Dipset's name in a minute. I haven't heard him since round 15.
Yeah.
So 19, talk about it.
At this point.
Money, Power, Respect was all they needed, to be honest. Money, Power, Respect, By Your Side, Come Through, Put Your Hands Up, Blackout, We Gonna Make It. At this point, they're just playing. It's just bullying at this point. And I'm not an advocate for cyberbullying, so I didn't like that. So
this was in live, so that was live bullying.
Yeah. So versus I Really Mean It. Strong record. They could have played that earlier.
If they ever played one song, the most I would have given the Lox was a tie. Because I Really Mean It. Yeah. I said that from the beginning. I don't care what round the Lox play, whatever song, I Really Mean It is going to win.
Yeah.
Because Just Blaze gave them one of the best. Oh my God.
With Money, Power, Respect, if it would have been Money, Power, Respect and I Really Mean It, I would have left it as a tie.
That's a tie.
But I Really Mean It, it won't lose. It'll probably just get a tie. So yeah, the Lox won that one decisively. So it looks like you had something to say. Oh, what's the final score?
Final score, we got 11-5-3. 11 for the Lox, 3 for Dipset. Excuse me, I'll take that back. 11 for Lox, 5 for Dipset.
Yeah.
And 3 ties. And it's crazy because some of the ties could go
either way. Even if you give them, even if you give them all the ties, I think more people would agree. Like they would still lose. And I think more people
They will lose.
There's an overwhelming feeling that the Lox won last night. So
it was. So when I watch it, and again, man, first off, Jada, man, he talks a lot of noise. Mm-hmm. He's backing it up.
Yep.
He's 2-0. He's 2-0 in verses. Yeah. He's the only repeat person on verses. But one thing that they did, they showed preparation and they showed performance.
You know what? As much as I would like to give them credit for preparation and performance, well, they all are showmanships. That's just both. But I feel like there's more rapport with the Lox. I just don't remember stories.
I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
That's what I said. Preparation and performance.
Yeah, but they so cool together that they just have chemistry.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, go ahead.
They are a rap group. The Lox have always been a rap group. Dipset is a rap crew.
Yeah, but even with that though, there's been beefs in Dipset's history.
It has been, but what I'm saying is they really make songs together. The Lox.
Yeah, they do.
Styles and Jada have made albums, so they are they're like Outkast. They're just a group. And they know each other's. I like the fact that they knew each other's lyrics. And they did not rap over their own lyrics. Mm-hmm. So they rap over instrumentals. Dipset is just a crew. So remember, you still got Hell Rail, you still got 40 Cal, you still got G.R. Ryder, you still got Mukasa. So you got people who are in Dipset who they weren't there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have more rapport with the Lox because they're more of a rap group compared to a rap crew. So again, I think that they really prepared. Their minds were clear.
And they announced a joint tour. So yeah,
that's what some boys. And they're all good, man. They all love.
And they benefited from Jadakiss already doing this before. So I think he was able to tell them, hey, this is what y'all gonna plan for, and this is what's gonna actually happen when y'all on stage. So just make sure this is tight. So that was a huge advantage. Overall, I was wrong again. I was closer this time. I had 51-49. You were 50-50, so you couldn't lose. Yeah. You don't get cool points for that. But once again, I still messed up because I said I was just going to go with the people I thought wasn't going to win. And I thought I came in thinking Dipset was the favorite. And so that meant I should have picked Lox. I just forgot to flip it. So I'm like 0-4 when it comes to picking.
A lot of people are saying, like, I've seen a lot of comments saying that, oh, y'all must be crazy to think that Dipset was going to win or whatever. Or how did y'all not know this was going to happen? Because Dipset is a faction who, if you take Dipset out of rap, like, you have to mention Dipset when you talk about the history of rap. Mm-hmm. Because what they brought into rap as far as fashion, the heat makers, production, and just everything that they did, man, you have to talk about Dipset. And they had hit records.
Yep.
They just, you have to know. The
last time New York actually had a sound, because now New York sounds like
down south. Trap.
But the last time they had a sound, Dipset was like in the front of that, which is like them sped up R&B beats or whatever. Yeah, that's the last time I remember New York having any kind of signature or whatever. So yeah, they have a fingerprint on the game. So still, all in all,
definitely,
I enjoyed it. It was fun. I mean, we was on the road. Everybody was starting on time for a little bit, and I got used to that. But I was like, y'all starting late.
It's because of that. I guarantee it's because of Dipset.
I'm not mad at it though, because the presentation seemed to flow quicker than I thought it would. Because they kept playing multiple songs at once. So I'm like, okay, y'all speeding up. Like, I think the whole presentation was like, verses was like 2 hours. And sometimes, bro, it was like, I don't watch 3.5 hour verses before. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah. So this was actually pretty decent. And I felt like, I can't wait to see what they come up with next. So I like these compilation things, like when it's like groups and factions and stuff like that. I'm ready for them to pull out the big guns and say No Limit versus Cash Money or something like that. What else? What else is there out there that we could see? Maybe DTP versus. I'm trying to see who could DTP go up.
Sterling Peace. I don't know if really people want to see.
Oh, actually, I would like to see Dungeon Family go up against somebody. I just don't know.
No. Leave them boys alone.
All right, but
let them sleep. Leave Outkast. Just
who? You talked about this in the past. Who would Bad Boys go up against?
Death
Row.
You have to do Death Row or Rockefeller. But the problem, my issue with that is once Puff goes into that R&B bag, nobody can mess with him.
But I don't care about blowouts at this point. I think blowouts are good for TV. I just want to hear music, so I do want to see that happen. That'll be if Jadakiss could be the first person to get a trifecta on being on the Verzuz.
The record label that could be a little more synonymous or equal to Bad Boy would be So Def, which So Def can meet them on the R&B tip. But once you go into that rap bag, it's going to be just like round 19. Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Chris Cross and Bow Wow could only take you so far. So it's like
they won't win a round.
Yeah, they won't. It's a wrap.
I missed the bus. Think about this. I missed the bus against
I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Whatever you want to play.
Yeah.
Whoa, against Whoa. You can't beat Whoa.
They benefit from having arguably the best rapper to ever do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the Death Row fits perfectly with that. I'll even say Rockefeller, you might be onto something because they have that Jay-Z element. But hey, man, all in all, we got 11-5, 3 ties. Lox got it. Yep. I really want to hear what you guys think. Go ahead and put your 2 cents down below and let us know.
Please put your 2 cents down below.
Tell me if Bill tripping on that round 12. I let him get that, but that's some BS. Bill, anything else you want to say?
I just want to say, man, thank you guys again for watching us. I know myself, I went back into our YouTube and our pages and I've seen people making some comments. Hey man, please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're going to continue to keep bringing you this great content. I know for myself, I enjoy it. Me and Barry talked about it. This has been in a year, 2 years, 3 years in the making. So, man, we just want to continue to keep bringing great content to you guys.
Cool, man. Time flies. All right. Other than that, man, that's all I got to say. Peace.
Peace.